Have you ever wondered how hard it is to lift the bike after it falls down? We're gonna try today to make this. 230 kilos. This is how much this bike weighs. Let's see how difficult it is to lift it from the ground. Gata? You never know when you're gonna crash the bike, so it's better to be prepared and try to lift it by yourself, because if you're doing some off-road or not necessarily and by accident you fell, it's very important that you are able to lift your bike. Now let's see actually how the crash bar it's touching the ground and other components. So basically you can see here the foot peg. It's bended like it should be. It's very good. This part is not affected. The back part is not affected. The swing arm actually doesn't touch the ground. And also here the crash bar. The crash bar it's actually touching the lower part of the crash bar. And what you can notice here, what it's actually very important, from what I can notice here, it's the Barkbusters handguards. Actually a lot of energy, it's focused, a lot of weight, it's focused on this part. Basically this part is the first one which is touching the ground together with the crash bar. And imagine if this handguard didn't have a metal part inside, everything will be destroyed. The plastic will have been smashed anyway. So I highly recommend that you use a proper handguard with a metal part inside, like this Barkbusters BB Storm. Now let's inspect the parts which are touching the ground. Basically, let's start with the swing arm. The swing arm basically doesn't touch the ground from what you can see. In contact direct with the ground, it's the central stand. Then comes the foot peg. You can see the SW Motech foot pegs, which are bended in a very nice way. And let's move to the crash bar. The crash bar is touching the ground with its lower part, with this part over here. Let me show you this one. With this part from the back is touching the ground. Also, an important accessory of the bike when it's touching the ground it's the handguards. The handguards are actually there is a lot of force over here in the area of the handguards, and imagine that you have no handguards or only plastic ones with no metal part inside. You can imagine that everything will be destroyed over here. And now the force stays in this metal part inside from the Barkbusters BB Storm handguards. So let's see the bike in this position. Also, the front part doesn't touches the ground. The front part, it's basically parallel almost with the ground because of the crash bar. Check out the crash bar from this position. It's protecting quite good. This is the Givi crash bar. Quite nice. And here you can see the damage, the mud. So this is the place where the crash bar touched the ground. Also here to the foot pegs. And basically that's it. And of course, let's not forget the Barkbusters handguards, which they were protecting the bike very good. I highly recommend you that you try this this experiment, but please do it in a controlled environment so you will be safe. What we did, actually, we pulled the handbrake to establish the rear wheel. This is for the DCT version, and for the manual version you can put it in the first gear and then try to easily on a very nice surface on this grass and ground, very soft. You lift it, you leave it to the ground, you lift it and try to see how you handle the weight, because it's better to test it in a controlled environment, maybe with a friend with you, and then you make this test and you know for sure that you can leave the bike when an unfortunate accident happens. Now let's put the bike back on the road. So what I've noticed is that it's very important to leave your back out of this and focus on the legs, and try to pull through you the left lever and try to push the ground with your feet. All right. So the bike is now back on the road. Oh, it's quite hard. Let's try a different technique. Oh. Yes, yes. Whew. It's not so hard because it has quite a low center of gravity, but you need to push it from the beginning a little bit harder, and that's it. Okay.